All right, so Fidel here is chewing on a bully stick, and he's really enjoying it. And as you can see, it's a little bit backlit. I apologize, but we have a great view here, so we're taking advantage of the light. But the reason I wanted to film this is you see where Fidel is right now, and that's a perfect example of it. He just dropped the bully stick. So he's chewing on it, and he's laying on the floor, and he's next to a power cord. It is very easy for a dog to drop the bully stick and then blindly kind of just go forward, trying to grab it with their mouth, and accidentally grab that cord and be like, oh, this is softer, maybe I'll chew on this. Puppies get into a habit of chewing, and what they chew on at a early age is going to depend on what they chew on at an adult stage. So for this sort of exposure, I wouldn't want him to chew on it near a power cord like this. Now right now he's fine, he's supervised. But if he gets used to doing that and he has opportunity to do so, that can develop a bad chewing habit. Now do you mind if I pan around your apartment a little bit? All right, so we just, this building is kind of under construction, so right now it's pretty bare, they just moved in. I'm going to show the little puppy playroom that he's got set up. This is a little bit small. Is there a light in here? Whoop. Is there a light for this room? There we go. All right, so this is an awesome thing to do because it gives you the opportunity to put your dog in a room where you know that he is safe, so he can't destroy anything. That he shouldn't be destroying, I should say. Now, you can see here that he's got it filled with some appropriate chew toys, which is great. Now, personally for me, I would get one. This is wood, and while is it wood or plastic? Wood. Okay, it's wood. Wood is very chewable to dogs, and so for a puppy, I would not recommend wood. Now the other thing is this is okay, but it's a smaller area. It doesn't give the dog a lot of room to run around in. Fidel is a puppy, and he's kind of a higher energy breed. What I would do is I would get the metal version of these, and I would put it around on the walls of the room. And this way, and they're 24-inch panels, so you can kind of bend them however you want. Probably would need to get 2 of them to put them in here. But the idea is this way we have a safe place we can put Fidel in. I would probably also get a curtain that I can hang from here so we can close off the curtain, and that way Fidel can't see us because this is the apartment we're looking in from this room, so he can see us. Now puppies, a lot of times when they get mouthy and chewy, they need sleep. Most people don't realize dogs on average sleep 17 hours a day. Puppies sleep even more. And a lot of times when a dog is really mouthy and chewy or nippy, it's because it's cranky and it needs a nap. Well, if he's in here but this is open, he can see the human sitting over here on the couch and he's going to just complain and bark. If you can just simply close the curtain, you're out of sight, out of mind. This is a safe place we can put the dog. We don't have to worry if he has an accident. He's on the wood, so it's easy to clean up. We fill it full of appropriate chew toys. Now, I see here a sock. This is a big no-no. Anything that your dog should not be able to chew on and destroy, he should not have access to because he can't tell the difference between a sock that we got maybe for Christmas that we don't like, and that's why we're giving it to him to chew up, or a sock that you love that is a designer sock that you actually just left on the floor. Same thing with like shoes and things along those lines. Now for Quest, I had a room like this for him. I put him in here and he slept in here at night. He ate his food in here. We'll have a separate video where we'll talk about food. But basically at 5 months of age, I was able to leave the house and leave him out, and he never chewed any couches or chairs or shoes or carpet because he got into a habit of chewing only his toys because that was the only thing that was allowed in this room. Now what I would do is I would put the padding in the kennel itself. And you could even in that one take the kennel door off of it and put that in this play room, inside the play area. This way the only soft place to sleep is inside the kennel. And because the door is open, there's no fear of going in the kennel. And that's where he's going to start sleeping. And after 2 or 3 months of this, then you get to start closing the kennel. It's no big deal for him because that's what he's used to. You've kennel trained your dog without spending any effort doing it because you just simply set things up in a smart way to begin with. You helped prevent your dog from developing a separation anxiety problem because you helped your dog practice being alone. The dog can sleep in here. The dog can be put in here when it needs a nap. or when just maybe we're entertaining and the dog is being a nuisance. We put the dog in here, we close the blinds, and then the dog can't see out of here. He'll protest for a minute or two, and then he'll like, oh, I'm gonna chew on this, and then he gets tired, he falls asleep, he wakes up, you're ready to go. The little tip that I do is I actually had a little security camera that I had that actually filmed it. So I could actually see if the dog was asleep or not, so I didn't have to actually open the door to the room. Now here it's gonna be a little, if they take my advice and go through this, it's just gonna be kind of a curtain or something that's going across. But you can kind of probably peek in and see. Now this is gonna allow the dog to hear us and all that fun stuff, so there might be times we wake it up, that's okay. But again, being able to practice doing this is awesome. Now, a couple other tips. Never pick your dog up and carry it over the side like this. It's easy to do, it's more convenient, but it will train the dog to actually climb up out of the kennel, which is a habit you don't want to have your dog have. If your dog does that, I actually have a post on QuestEd that talks about how to baby-proof this and make sure this doesn't happen. The other thing is, if your dog whimpers and cries and you come in here and you answer whenever the dog whimpers and cries, you're teaching your dog the proper way to ask for attention is whimpering and crying, and that will be a really annoying habit later in life. So if your dog is throwing a temper tantrum, making a lot of noise, whimpering and crying, wait for it to pause. If it's going nonstop, if you have to wait for just a pause between breaths, that's okay. But never come and let the dog out of the kennel that's crying, whimpering, or whining unless you want to train your dog to do that for the rest of its life, and I promise you, you will not enjoy doing that. All right, this is how you can use a puppy playroom to help your dog develop confidence of being in the kennel, eliminate separation anxiety, and reduce their nuisance chewing of inappropriate objects.